Hello everyone, welcome again to another lecture series, and this time we are going to tackle about the fourth pillar of our criminal justice system, which is the non-institutional correction, and this is covered in the week 17 no, of our OBTLP. Okay, so pag-aaralan po natin ngayon, tatalakayin po natin ngayon kung ano ba itong non-institutional correction. Okay, kailangan pa bang mag-serve out ng mga offender sa loob ng ating prison or in the correctional facility. Okay, so but first let us define the non-institutional correction. Okay, what is non-institutional correction? Oh, isa na dyan yung probation, no? Okay, so non-institutional correction, it refers to the method of correcting sentence offenders without having to go to prison. So hindi mo na kailangan na uh, what do you mean by this? You are going to serve out your sentence inside the jail, no? Hindi mo na kailangan or hindi na po kailangan no ng mga offenders na i-incarcerate no or ikulong no the non-institutional correction, it focuses on the modern community correctional programs of rehabilitation no exclusion of the punishment no? Excluded na yung punishment, deterrence and incapacitation of criminal offenders. Okay, so it is believed that correction and rehabilitation of convicted offenders can only take place inside correctional facilities. Okay, so hindi lang naman yung rehabilitation ng convicted offenders effective no inside the correctional facilities or can only be taken in the prison, but they can also serve outside, which is nandun na sila sa community. They are in the community. They're going to serve their sentence in the community. And of course, they are going to report, no? Okay, I believe it is monthly. And then merong mga probationer aid, no, na nag-access o nagso-supervise sa kanila. Okay? So before we are going to define the first non-institutional correction, which is the probation, let's have a glance with this, no, the personalities, the dates, and places as to the birth of probation. Okay, so take note of this person, John Augustus. Okay, he was a Boston showmaker, and he is considered as the father of probation. But before we continue, I wanted to share to you the advantages of non-community based correction. Ano bang advantages ng non-institutional correction? Okay, so first advantage is that yung family members, hindi na sila kailangang maging victims, no, for imprisonment of their children, no, for their child or their family member. Okay, because yung convicted offender, he can still continue to support his family. Hindi na niya kailangang malayo sa kanyang pamilya or kung may asawa man sa kanyang mga anak or may mga anak man, no? And then aside from that, the advantage is the rehabilitation will be more effective as the convict, he will not be exposed doon sa mga hardened criminals inside the prisons, no? Okay, he will only influence him to a life crime. Okay? Magkaka-idea pa siya, no? Okay, and then the rehabilitation can be monitored by the community. Okay, and hence it is more effective. Pero syempre, hindi naman lahat no na magsiserve out na kanilang sentence is by means of probations. Hindi, no? Meron yung limitation. No? It does not mean that it does not have a limitation. Okay, all right, let's continue. Okay, John Augustus. Okay, he was a Boston showmaker. He's considered as the father of probation. Okay, the first voluntary probation who in 1841 secured the release of a drunkard no, at Boston court by acting as surety. The offender turned to be a sober industrial citizen under his care. And then the other one is Mateo Davenport Hill, no? He is also considered as siya naman yung father of probation in England. Okay, and then I take note with this Massachusetts, no? the first state where the first practical demonstration of probation, the first use of the term as a court service and the enactment of the first probation law occurred in the Massachusetts. Okay, and then the other one is April 26, 1878. You take note of this as well. Okay, this is the signing of the first provision law by Governor Alexander H. Rice of the state Massachusetts. Okay, the law provided for the appointment and prescribed the duties of a salaried probation officer. And the other one is John Savage. No? Siya yung pinakauna na paid, no? And for the official probation officer, as a probation officer. Okay? And then Vermont, no? It is the second state to enact, okay, the state, no? It is a state that enact the probation law with the signing of Vermont Act of 1898, no? This Vermont Act of 1898, it provided probation only after suspension of sentence of the execution, no, of the said sentence. And then this dates January 11, 1909, and this is the first probation bill that was introduced during the 60th Congress, no? The second session by Representative McCall of Massachusetts. Okay, and then March 4, 1925, this is the first Federal Probation Act that became law, and it is signed by President Calvin Coolidge. Okay, the first Federal Probation Act. Okay, aside from that, okay, the juvenile probation, it develops in these following dates: 1899. Okay, Minnesota and Illinois enacted laws giving probation service to children only. And then Rhode Island, where the first completely state administered probation system appeared. And then in New Jersey, the fourth state to pass a general probation law after the New England model in 1900. And then in New York, it was the fifth state to provide for adult probation. And ngayon, in the Philippines, we have adult probation law, no? Okay, later on, we're going to talk about that. And in California, it was the sixth state to enact adult probation and juvenile courts, okay, both in 1903. Okay, and then in Connecticut and Michigan, it is the next state to enact general probation law in 1903. Okay, in Connecticut, no, every court was authorized to appoint one or more probation officers. Okay, and the first Michigan law limited probation to first offenders. Okay, now let's go to the Philippine history of probation. When what was it introduced in the country? Kailan na-introduce si probation, no, dito sa atin? Ano mo nang pinagdadaanan ni probation? Okay, before it became a law. Okay, August 7, 1935, the Philippine legislature nag-inakta ng Act number 4221. It gave birth not to probation. It create probation office under ng ating Department of Justice, no? That is led by a chief probation officer appointed by the American Governor General with the advice and consent of the United States Senate. Okay, so this provided provision, no, for the first offenders na yung edad is 18 years of age and above, no, that is convicted for a certain crimes, no. This itong Act number 4221, it just stayed only for 2 years. Okay, why it stayed only for 2 years? Because the constitutionality of Act 4221 is being challenged in the case of People versus Vera. Okay, that is why it last only 2 years, no? Because of this People versus Vera na jurisprudence. Okay, and then after the court declared this act as unconstitutional, here comes House Bill number, ito na si House Bill 393. Okay, it was filed by Chodolo Natividad, no, and Ramon Bagatsing. Okay, this is the second bill that attempts to establish an adult probation law in the country, in the Philippines. No? It was passed on the lower house, but pending in the Senate nung dumating yung martial law noong September 21, that is 1972, no? If I'm not mistaken, September 21, 1972. It was the time when Marcos declared martial law. Okay, and after that one, eto na si PD 968. Pinanganak na si PD 968, and this is the present probation law. And now, na-amend na naman ulit ito, no? Probation law of 1976. Take note that on January 3, 1978, the effectivity of the application of the substantive provision concerning the grant of probation. And it was Chodolo C. Natividad, who was the former Napolcom commissioner and former congressman of Bulacan. And he is known as the father of probation in the Philippines. Okay? Now let's start now with non-institutional based correction. And one of that is probation. Okay, so probation is a term that is coined by John Augustus. So, ibig sabihin sa Latin, probare. So, pag sinabing probare, ibig sabihin to prove, no, or to test. And aside from that, probation is being defined by PD 968 or the probation law. And it is amended by RA 10707. Ito na yung bagong na-amend. Anyway, ilang section lang naman yung na-amend, no? Mostly, ito pa rin yung prevailing PD 968. Okay, it is defined there as a disposition under which a defendant after conviction and sentence is released subject to the conditions o merong kondisyon imposed by the court to the supervision of the probation officer. No, this probation, it is a procedure, no, wherein yung sentence ng offender is temporarily suspended, no? He is allowed, he is permitted, pinapayagan si offender or si convicted offender, pinapayagan siya na to stay in the community. Okay, that is subject to conditions on control of the court. Okay, under the supervision, under the guidance of a probation officers. No, this probation, is it a matter of right? No, it is not a matter of right, ha? Kasi iba yung matter of right. Pag sinabing matter of right yan, walang sino man ang pwedeng kumuha niyan sa iyo, no? Because that is your right. Okay? Maliban na lang if it violates the right of others, no? And then, so, it is a privilege. No, it is not a matter of right, but it is a matter of a privilege that is granted by whom? Granted by the president? No, it is not granted by the president. No, it is granted by the court. To where? To the convicted person, or to the person that is convicted of a crime or convicted in a criminal offense to remain within the community instead na he will be incarcerated inside the prison. Okay, so that is probation. And then let's talk about the amendment. Ano ba yung mga na-amend mga section under the PD 968? Okay. Ano yung amendment? Section 1 in the RE 10707. Okay, na-amend yung section 4. Section 4, no? Which is the grant of probation. Okay, the grant of probation. Okay, so it says that the court may grant probation if yung offender di applies bago sila mag-appeal, no? Allowing the sentence to be suspended under specific condition. So the probation is not allowed, no? Hindi pwedeng mag-probation, no? It is not allowed once an appeal is perfected. An appeal is perfect. That is 15 days. You have 15 days to appeal, no? So if an appealed non-probationable penalty is later reduced to a probationable one, the offender may then apply before the decision becomes final. Okay? So, other defendants who do not appeal, they may also apply. Mag-submit lang sila ng written application. Okay? With a certified copy of the judgment. Okay? And then the trial court, they shall upon the receipt nung nasabing application, okay, suspend the execution of the sentence that is imposed doon sa judgment. Okay? That is being stipulated in the section 1. Okay, the accused shall lose the benefit of probation should he seek a review of the modified decision, no? Which already imposes a probationable penalty. And aside from that, the probation pwedeng i-grant, maybe, no? Pwedeng hindi, pwedeng i-grant, no? Whether the sentence imposes a term of imprisonment or a fine only. And then the filing of the application shall be deemed a waiver of the right to appeal. So an order granting or denying probation shall not be appealable. Now that is what is being stated, no, in the section 4 of the amending, no? Amending this one. Amending section 4, okay, of the RA 968, I mean PD 968. And then in the section 2, uh, the section 2 of RA 10707, so na-amend naman yung section 9 doon sa ating PD 968, no, which is the disqualified offenders. Okay, sino ba yung disqualified na mga offenders? Okay, they cannot avail, no? The benefits of that shall not be extended to those, okay, sentenced to serve a maximum term of imprisonment of more than 6 years. O pag more than 6 years na, you are disqualified. Okay? Another is convicted of any crime against national security. Okay, so ano ba yung mga krimen na crimes against national security? It is stipulated sa ating revised penal code. Nandoon ito sa revised penal code. This is in the book 2 of the criminal law, which is the revised penal code, that is RA, that is Act number 3815. Katulad ng treason, no? That is Article 114, no? Treason, espionage, sedition, piracy. Okay, those are crimes against national security. And if the offender is convicted for any of those crimes, they are disqualified. Okay? So another is those who have previously been convicted by final judgment of an offense, that offense that is punished by imprisonment of more than 6 months, no, and 1 day imprisonment, or a fine over 1,000. Okay, and those who have been on probation under the provision of this decree, and then those who are already serving their sentence at the time the substantive provisions became applicable, no, to section 33. Okay, so these are the disqualification. You take note of that. Ito yung mga na-amend, no? Okay, under section 9 of the PD 968. Okay, meron pa. Meron pang ibang na-amend, no, doon sa ating PD 968. One of that is the section 16. Ito lang naman yung mga na-amend, no? Yung kanina at saka the one that we talk a while ago, and this in continuation section 16. Okay, the termination of probation. Okay, so after the period of probation and upon consideration of the report and recommendation of the probation officer, the court may order the final discharge of the probationer. Okay, upon finding na na-fulfill na niya yung terms and conditions sa kanyang probation, and thereupon the case is deemed terminated. He clears criminal liability. Okay, and then in section 24, in section 24 of PD 968, it is hereby being amended, no, as to the miscellaneous powers of regional, provisional, and city probation officers. They shall have the authority. Okay, again, the regional officers, the probation officers, the regional, the provincial, and the city, meron silang authority within their territorial jurisdiction to administer oaths. Okay, to administer oaths. And acknowledgement. Okay, acknowledgement, oath and acknowledgement, and to take depositions rather, in connection with their duties. No? And they shall also have, with respect to probationer under their care, the powers of a police officers. Okay? So they shall be considered as person in authority. Pag sinabing person in authority, this is vested with jurisdiction. Okay? Next is, another na na-amend is yung section 27. Okay? The field assistants, subordinates, and personnel, or subordinate personnel. Yung ating regional, the probational or city probation officers shall be assisted by field assistants and subordinate personnel. Okay, they are being assisted by field assistant and support uh, personnel as may be necessary, no, to carry their duties. And then, na-amend din yung section 28 na ating PD 968, okay, which is the volunteer probation assistants, okay, or yung VPAs, no, para i-assist din yung ating chief probation and parole officers in the supervision or in the supervised treatment program of the probationers. Okay, the probation administrator may appoint citizen. They can appoint citizens now with good reputation, and they are willing, okay, and they have the capability to act. Okay, so these are all the amendment of the PD 968 and the RA 10707. Okay, now let's talk now about the different types of probation. Okay, we have PD 603 and we have PD 968. Okay, okay, it is covering offenders ages 9 under 18. The adult is covering age 18 and above. Okay, so the application for probation. Let's talk about the application for probation. It shall be filed by sentence. Okay, sino ang magpa-file? Si sentence, si offender, or si convicted offender whose sentence is, again, sino lang yung mag-a-apply ng probation? Yung sentence lang niya, yung isi-serve out niya lang na sentence is not more than 6 years imprisonment. Okay, not more than 6 years of imprisonment. Okay, it shall be filed with the court that tried and sentenced the offender. Doon mismo sa court na yon kung saan siya nasentensyahan. Okay, and kung saan trinay yung case. Okay, and then, take note, section 32 of RA 6425. Okay, so yung section 32 lang ha, okay, of the Dangerous Drugs Act of 1972. This is the old law, no, and it is amended by RA 9165 na. This one is signed by President Marcos, Ferdinand Marcos, and the other one is signed by Gloria Mapacapagal Arroyo, no, GMA, the RA 9165. The Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002, no? And then, probation is granted also to drug addicts. Section 32 lang ha. Okay? And then, PD 603, it is amended by PD 1179, which is the Child and Youth Welfare Code. Ito naman yung probation sa mga minor offenders. Okay, PD 968, okay, was approved, okay, and became operational on January 3, 1978. Wherein the sentenced offenders that is 18 years and above, they can still apply. They can apply probation before they serve their sentence. Okay, and then as to the petition for probation, let's talk about the petition for probation. So, kailangan pa bang mag-apply ng probation? Kailangan bang mag-file ng petition for probation? para you can avail with the benefits. Okay, kailan naman yung petitioner, kailan siya pwedeng mag-apply ng probation? Okay, so is there a form that is prescribed for the application for probation? Meron ba? Okay, saan? Saan pwede i-file yung probation? Anong duty ng court? Okay, so let's talk about is there the need, no, to apply para maka-avail ka sa mga benefits? So the answer is yes, no? Of course, mag-apply ka. Okay, mag-apply ka pa. It will not be granted unless you apply, no? Except upon the application by the accused. Okay, so the necessity for such application is indicated doon sa PD 968, no? Section 4. Which states that the trial court may, after it shall have convicted and sentenced a defendant and upon application by said defendant within the period of perfecting an appeal. Okay? When can the petitioner file his application for probation? Within 15 days. No? Okay, the law says that the application should be made within the period for perfecting an appeal or within 15 days from the promulgation of notice of judgment. Okay, and then within 15 days, no? Within 15 days. Is there a prescribed form for the application of probation? Yes, there is, no? So it shall be in the form approved by the Secretary of Justice, okay? Or prescribed by the Supreme Court, or as may be prescribed by the Supreme Court, okay? And then when can we file? When can we file for the application for probation? Okay, it shall be filed directly to the trial court, no? Yung trial court na nagdinig, no, doon sa akusado, doon sa sentenced person that is applying for the probation. Okay, what is the duty? What then be the duty of the court after receiving the application of the convicted offender or the sentence applicants, okay, or the petitioner? Okay, the court may notify the concerned prosecuting officer, okay, of the application at a reasonable time before the scheduled hearing. Okay, so as to the procedures for applying the probations, okay, what are the procedures? Okay, first is the offender or yung kanyang counsel, they files a petition with the convicting court. Okay? Ayan, next tuloy. Okay, and then after that one, so the procedure, the court determines the convict qualification. Tingnan niyo kung qualified ba yung convicted. Okay, and then he notifies the prosecutor for the filing of the petition. Okay, and then next is the prosecutor submit his comments on the application within 10 days. Magsasubmit siya ng application within yung comments no ng prosecutor from receipt of the notification. So pag qualified yung petitioner, his application is saan na i-refer? Sa probation officer para sa PSIR. PSIR stands for post-sentence investigation. Okay, post-sentence investigation. And then yung R is yung gagawa na ng report. Okay? And then the post-sentence investigation report is submitted by the probation officer to the court within 60 days. No? And then the court, it's either i-grant ba niya yung probation ng petitioner or i-deny niya yung petition ng probation. Within how many days? Within 15 days upon the receipt of the PSIR. Again, PSIR, which is the post-sentence investigation report. Okay? So now, ano nga ba yung effect, no? Ano ang effect pag nag-file ng application for probation? Anong effect? No, yung court, no, they may upon the receipt of the application, they may suspend. They may suspend the execution of sentence that is imposed in judgment. Okay? And then pending the submission of the PSIR, Okay, and the resolution of the application, no, the applicant may be allowed on temporary liberty, no, under his bail, or nakabail siya or nakarelease siya in recognizance. Okay, pag sabi release and recognizance, someone or somebody in your locality is they shall not need to post bail, no? They shall need to not need to post bail. Okay? And this is granted only for the release on recognizance, that is granted only for the indigenous people or the indigent individuals. Okay? Or it could be under a bail. Okay? As to the disqualification of the probation, you take note with the not more than 6 years, ha? Okay, now, the court will not grant, hindi siya mag-grant ng probation if it finds that the offender can be treated better in a mental institution or other places. Okay, so I mean a while ago for the disqualification for probation, sorry for that. Those who were sentenced to more than 6 years, no? So those who were sentenced to more than 6 years. Now, if he is not sentenced to more than 6 years, no, or under 6 years, pwede ba siyang magranta ng probation? Posibleng hindi pwede under this ground, no, kahit na hindi naman more than 6 years. If it is better in a mental institution. Kung sa tingin naman, mas maganda kung ilalagay siya sa mga rehabilitation centers, or sa mental institution. Depending doon sa kanyang, status, no? Or something is happening with the mental faculty of the person, no? Or other rehabilitation centers or other places for correction, then dun siya. And then if the offender is a risk to the community, kahit na hindi naman not more than, but the behavior of this person or this person is considered as risk or dangerous to the community. And the offense is grievous to the eyes of the community. Pag sinabing grievous, no, brutal, no, or shocking, no, it is a serious crime, no, serious offense. Okay? So the court will not grant probation into this one. Okay? So when probation is granted, what conditions are imposed by the court? Okay, the probationer must present himself to his probation officer within 72 hours. Okay, so pag yung offender is nagranta na ng probation, naka-avail na siya ng probation, nag-grant na yung kanyang petition, may mga conditions ba? Mayroong mga conditions. Provided that the probationer must present himself to his probation officer within 72 hours. Okay? And then report to his probation officer at least, yun yung sinasabi ko a while ago kanina, no? Once a month, no? And then not to commit another crime. Kasi if under probation ka, tapos nag-commit ka ng krimen, posible na you are committing an evasion of service of sentence. Pwede kang kasuhan ng evasion of service of sentence. Pwede kang arestuhin. Okay? Kasi you commit another crime. And then you violate the condition that is being imposed under the probation law. Okay? And then comply with any other lawful condition that is imposed by the court. Okay, now if the probationer committed a crime while under probation, what would be the consequences? So, yun yung sinasabi ko a while ago. Okay, you will be arrested and then you will be prosecuted of the new crime committed, and then the court will order the serving of original sentence of the previous offense. Okay, how long is the period of probation? Okay, not more than 2 years. No, if the sentence is 1 year or less. Not more than 6 years if the sentence is imprisonment for more than 1 year, but not more than 6 years. Okay, you take note with this one. Okay, when should probation be denied? Okay, pwede bang i-deny? Yun yung sinasabi ko a while ago, no? The offender is in need for correctional treatment. Okay, that can be provided more effectively by his commitment sa ibang institution or sa other rehabilitation. And then, he is considered as at risk, no? Or that during the period of probation, the offender will commit another crime. there is undue risk, there's a possible risk, no, or danger. Probation will depreciate the seriousness of the offense. Okay? Okay, so the offender may be released pending application for probation on the same bond he filed during trial or on a new bond. Okay? Bail, ha? To the custody of a responsible member of the community if unable to file bond or fianza, no? Okay. So when can the court modify the conditions for probation? No? What do you mean modify? To change, no? Anytime during supervision, the court can modify or after summary hearing when the probationer violated sa condition, no? And upon application by the probation officer. Okay? And then or the probation officer himself, no, only the judge, no, only the judge who heard and decided the case has the power, no, to grant, to deny, take note for that, ha, to modify, to revoke, to terminate probation. Si judge lang yung may authority. Okay? Siya lang. And then, how about the outside travel? Pwede bang mag-travel? Let's say, for example, luluwas ka na ng ibang lugar. Okay, for example, sa Zamboanga. And then, taga Zamboanga ka. Okay, doon ka under probation and gusto mong lumipat sa Cagayan. Pwede ba yun? I mean, pwede hindi lumipat. Gusto mong mag-travel, no? Pupunta ka ng ibang lugar. Okay, sa Cagayan kaya, no? Okay, or probation officers authorize the probationer to travel outside the area of the operation pwede naman for a period of 10 days. So, 10 days lang. Hindi siya pwedeng lalagpas ng 30 days, no? Kung 30 days, if 30 days na, probation must file 5 days before. O, 5 days before i-file or before travel, a request to travel outside for the approval of the probation authorities. Pag more than 30 days, the probation authority shall recommend for the court approval na talaga. Okay? Na as to the change of residence, gusto mong lumipat, no, ng ibang titirhan. Okay, the probationer must file a request for change of residence at the city or provincial parole and probation officer to the court. These are all subject to court approval, no? So if approved, the regional trial court, which has jurisdiction over the place, shall have full control of the probationer. Siya na naman yung bago na naman yung may control, okay, of the probationer under of that residence or resident rather, no? Okay, meron tayong tinatawag na voluntary probation aid. Kanina pa tayo nagtatakal ng probation aid, no? Okay, sino ba siya? A civilian of good repute and integrity, pwedeng at least 18 years of age, appointed by the probation administration to assess the POS in investigation and supervision. Okay, the voluntary probation aid, he is not entitled to salary, but binibigyan ng allowance. Meron silang travel allowance. So as to the termination of the probation, after the probationer has satisfactorily completed, na-complete niya yung probation period, ano nang mangyayari? The probation officer shall submit termination report to the court, containing the condition of the probation, the program of supervision and response to treatment, and recommendation. Okay? So, there are two ways of terminating probation. Una, after the period of probation, with satisfactory compliance with condition of probation, na-comply mo. And other ways is termination before the expiration of the period and the termination by pardon of the probationer. And na-deport yung probationer o kaya namatay, no, yung probationer. Okay? Thank you for watching. Okay. But before that, nakalimutan ko palang i-insert, no? Kailan ba ma-restore? Maibabalik pa ba yung rights, no? Kung na-terminate na yung probation, maibabalik pa ba? Okay, lahat ng mga civil rights na na-suspend nung yung offended party, I mean yung offender is na convict or is being sentenced, those are all being restored no after the termination of the probation. And the liability to pay a fine is also discharged in case of mga subsidiary imprisonment. Okay? Okay, thank you so much everyone.